Ready?
And,
1 minute, Mayor.
You need a minute? All right.
Yeah, well, just, that's the maintenance agreement for Mark Nice.
you know, we had like, 5 firefighters on the rolls. 'Cause, you know, they have those people, firemen, policemen, and civic leaders, they have them on a different sheet.
All right, all right, we'll get it going then. All right. It is 7:32. I'd like to call the DeSoto City Council meeting to order for March 21st. We'll start with roll. We already did roll call. Should we do it again?
Yes, we do.
Because it's a
This is
different
council.
meeting.
Yes.
All right, roll call, please.
Lane,
Here?
Daniels,
Here.
Monaco,
Here.
Murdoch,
Here.
Ritter.
Here.
Thank you, council. Everyone's present. Mayor.
Okay, I would invite you all to please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, item 1, our consent agenda. We have our minutes from the council meeting of March 7th, pay ordinance number 850, and a maintenance agreement for Mark Nice for Widow Big Knife Park. Any discussion of any item on the consent agenda? If not, a motion to...
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion of the motion? If not, roll call, please.
Ritter,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Daniels,
Yes.
Monaco,
Yes.
Murdoch.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carries.
Okay. Our next item is call to public. Members of the public are welcome to use this time to comment about any matter relating to city business not listed on tonight's agenda. The comments that are discussed under call to public may or may not be acted on by the council during this meeting. There is a 4-minute time limit. Please stand and wait to be recognized. Anyone wish to address the council tonight? Mr. Bosch.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. Mike Bosch with RG Fiber. Just thought I'd give you a quick update. You may have seen us out there with bridge attachment on 83rd Street over Kill Creek today, so we just finished that part. That was the last piece of Project 1 for us, which is from 83rd and Kill Creek west, just south of City Hall along Lexington. So all the conduit is buried, it's all tied in, not fully restored. We've got some dirt and cleanup to still do, but we'll be blowing in fiber tomorrow, and we'll be lighting up that first segment later, early next week, which means installs can begin as soon as late next week. So we're excited about it. Just thought we'd give you a quick update. After Project 1's done, we've already got some flags and some potholes happening on Kill Creek heading south. Our big plow drops at 103rd and Sunflower to begin the 95th Street corridor project. It happens on the 27th is when we got that scheduled. So moving right along now, the weather's cooperating. So
Great.
just wanted to provide an update and see if there's any questions for us.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Bosch? Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for some of your replies to some of the people. I know they've been contacting you, and they are happy that they've got a reply back from you and some of the customers that were trying to contact you. So we appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Daryl, Mr. Zimmerman.
This is halfway, my sense of humor, and halfway serious. Is our mowing contract going to be reduced because until they get Kill Creek Road fiber in there, we're going to have a heck of a time mowing around all those flags.
Flags are a necessary evil, I would call them.
Yeah.
And that's entered into the record, right? Public comments are entered into the record.
They are.
All right. Okay, we will move. Seeing no one else, did you get enough of a response there, Daryl? Okay. All right. New business 4A, approvals for general obligation bonds for 91st Street Traffic Signal Project. Number 1, approve ordinance 2460 authorizing bonds, and number 2, approve resolution regarding form, sale, delivery, and other details of bonds.
Yes, Council, I'd introduce Jim Pritchard with Columbia Capital and Kevin Wimpy with Gilmore Bell. We had our bond sale today. We got 3 responsive bids to that, very favorable. The lowest one was a very favorable bid. This will allow us, the overall size of the issue was adjusted slightly based on the bid results, but it will provide for just over $906,000 in project funding to do 91st Street and to do the signal improvements that we've been planning. So I'll turn it over to them to answer any questions and present the final results.
Questions from council? Okay,
These separate motions or as one? Separate.
yeah.
I'll make a motion, we approve ordinance 2460 as written. Second.
All right, we have a motion, a second, any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Monaco,
Yes.
Daniels,
Yes.
Ritter.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried.
Okay,
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 1012 as written. Second.
all right, we have a motion, a second, any discussion? If not, roll call.
Monaco,
Yes.
Daniels,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes.
Murdoch.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried, Mayor.
Okay. Do we
Good.
need to-
Do you have the bond documents that,
I'm working on it.
okay. Do you need those before you leave?
We can grab them in the next day or two. You know we can do this tonight, but if you want
Okay.
to stick around, I'm happy to, and I can take them back with me.
Well, it'll be the end of the meeting. There's basketball going on.
Kevin, I can just take them with me and get them
All
for you
right.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a few weeks, so.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. 4B, Lori, for these next two items, 4B and 4C, I am gonna step out of the meeting.
All right.
So you are, because I work with Mr. Parr to prepare the documents for this item, so.
All right. We'll come hunt you down. Brad, we'll turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Mayor and Council, but I have to say now thank you, Council President. All right. Anyway, what you have before you is a rezoning for several tracts of property, six tracts of 12 units from C2 to R2. Kind of echo what you spoke about a year or so ago. Supervision just 2 miles south of these tracts. Basically, it's duplexes. And I use the term duplex, but they're multifamily, but they're pretty significant. They're nice, large development properties. They just share a common wall. They've been real popular. In fact, I think they're now selling single-family homes in the area. So, applicant Mr. Barnes go ahead and change these areas from commercial, request to change from commercial to R2 to pursue this additional development. This is something we talked about at a previous meeting, where we're utilizing existing infrastructure for development, which helps improve water, sewer rates, assess valuations, and also ultimately more citizens, which will hopefully, there's more opportunities for other economic development. I'm just going through the criteria. We did take this to the planning commission, held a public hearing, received any comments in any kind of negative fashion. Went through the criteria that we have typically gone through in the past. Everything finding a positive nature from the planning commission.
Does anyone have any questions for either Brad or Don?
Do we itemize these, or are they different on making a motion for? Is 4B and 4C can be considered together, or since one is a rezoning, is
Separate.
separate?
I think they're separate.
Okay,
And for the rezoning, Patrick prepared an ordinance that was in your packet
okay,
that would rezone from C2 to R2.
okay.
And it is just one motion, even though there's
2461?
tracks on either side of the road, it's still one rezoning.
So one motion to approve and then one motion for the ordinance?
No,
Don-
just
No,
approve
just-
the ordinance.
Oh, just
For
the
the
ordinance
ordinance
only?
as written.
Okay.
Don is,
I'd like to make, oh, I'm sorry.
just,
I'd like to make a
well,
motion.
can I, wait one moment, okay.
Okay.
Are these townhomes going to be the same format of the same townhomes that are going in, or are they going to be a different design of the ones that are right next to it there?
Yeah, there's two lots to the north,
Uh-huh,
and those will be identical to what's in there.
okay,
And then there's four lots going up. There's the Valley Springs.
right,
Brought them over. So those right there, I'll adjust those down, the exteriors will be as nice. They'll be about 100 square, the main floors will probably be 1,100 square feet instead of 1,200. But yeah, those will be a different design. Mainly because of what they're connected to.
transitioning in, yeah,
And the lay of the land.
yeah,
That it's kind of steep there, and
right,
I've got a stair step down.
gotcha.
So but they'll all be maintenance. They don't do anything unless they're maintenance provided. So it'd be on the deed, that would tenure, painting, the mowing, landscaping, snow removal, all of that's taken care of. I want to make sure they look the same, 20 years from now.
Right, right. That's good. Very nice. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, Danny?
I can make a motion, we approve item 2461 on rezoning.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Danny and a second by Kevin. Roll call, please.
Which Kevin was that?
Kevin Hodemichael?
Ritter,
Yes.
Daniels,
Yes.
Hanamichael,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Murdoch.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried.
All right, so then we have the consider the final plat for Arbor Ridge.
All right, thank you. As you notice, the next step of the process is to get the final plat approved, go through our checklist with things that we do evaluate as far as final plats are concerned. Everybody's checked out, take orders, approve things, and
Anyone have questions on the final plat? Okay, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the easements and right-of-ways for Arbor Ridge Townhomes' second final plat. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. If we could have a roll call, please.
Lane,
Yes.
Daniels,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes.
Hanamichael.
Yes.
Murdoch.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried.
All right, thank you, Don. Thank you, Brad. I'll hand my duties over.
Okay.
Ready for 4D?
4D, consider bids for water department portable pump.
Yes, council. You might remember we have $60,000 in the water department budget to clean out one of the lime lagoons that we reconstructed at the facility several years ago. In preparation for that, brought about a need for a bigger pump that we use to handle the discharge and the water that comes out of the treatment process. I've shown kind of a layout of the current plant here. The lagoons are shown there. East Lagoon is obviously the one that we'll be cleaning out. This year, it's essentially full of residual lime sludge. So what happens is the sludge settles out in the solids contacts basin. That's one of these two circular basins here. Lime sludge settles to the bottom of that, and then it's swept and discharged through this magenta line out into either the east or the west lagoon. And so what we do is we fill one, and then we dewater that one, so it can be cleaned out while we use the other one. So the process of dewatering it is kind of tricky. So currently we're using the flow that comes out of the plant into the lagoon. These lagoons do discharge. As the lime settles into the lagoon, clear water discharges off the top, and it discharges out of line. We actually have a permit for a discharge from KDHE, and they've sampled that water to make sure that it's clean. We actually have to pump that water into the discharge line. And right now we're using just a 2-inch little trash pump that we throw in the lagoon, and it's been working okay, but recently it's been having trouble keeping up. And it's clear that long term, as the plant produces more water and peak demands are higher, that little pump won't keep up. So what we're wanted to do is purchase a large trailer-mounted pump. This will be a 4-inch diameter suction and discharge line, capable of about 800 gallons a minute. This will allow us to dewater the East Lagoon in preparation for the upcoming project, but then also on a daily basis. Now we have to run the little pump almost 24 hours a day just to keep up with the discharge out of the lagoon. This new pump will be able to do it in a day or so. About 1 day a week we'll have to pump it, and then the other times the new pump will be available for dewatering trenches and water breaks, or it can actually bypass a sewer pump station if we need to. It's trailer mounted, so this wasn't something that we had particularly budgeted in the water department. So we went out and got some pricing on it. Marshall got 3 bids from different suppliers in the area, and he's recommending this unit here from Xylem. Their retail bid is about $32,000, but we're taking advantage of a government bidding from the General Services Administration pricing. So we're going to get that for $26,759.20. So we'd like your approval to make that purchase for the water department.
Any questions for Mike on the pump?
Was there, that other pump was a larger discharge?
The ones.
But that was, you didn't get you had 2 models here, right?
Yeah, we did one model through 2 different suppliers, and then there was a second model that would have done, about the same, but it was a higher cost. It's $42,000. We don't need that big of a pump, probably.
Okay.
Any other questions?
So the quote price is the $26,759.20, not the $37,117.
Right, the 37. Did I mistype that in the?
And we don't.
report?
Well, that's what the suggested.
The quote says 37, but we get that's their market rate.
Okay.
We get that government pricing.
And the small shed isn't something that needs to be put into that or anything?
We'll be able to purchase that for probably less than $1,000,
Okay.
and our guys will go build it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'll make a motion then that we accept the price quote from Xylem in the amount of $26,759.20, I believe.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ritter,
Yes.
Monaco,
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Murdoch.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carries.
Okay. 4E, consider bids for the 91st Street and Commerce and Lexington intersection projects.
Yes, council, 2 projects. We took bids last Thursday. We received 6 bids on the 91st Street project and 3 on the signal modifications. The 91st Street project came in significantly under what we were expecting, somewhere around 1.5, and the low bid was below 1.3. So that was great news. The signal came in about where we'd expected. We were expecting somewhere around $65,000. It came in at at about 68, so it was just slightly higher. So in terms of our bond issue that we just got tonight and the overall budget for both of these projects, I've shown that on the first page. So the bond proceeds, like we mentioned, $908,600 from the bond. We've been discussing in the last couple months with Merck their desire for another truck entrance, a separate truck entrance. Right now, all the trucks enter the existing guard shack area, and they set out on 91st Street while they're getting checked in. That's not a problem if the road doesn't go through, but as soon as it does go through, it would be a problem. So they're going to construct a new entrance further west that'll allow their trucks to fully exit 91st Street before they hit a guard shack. And they'll be doing that after we construct our road, but they need us to put in the concrete apron for that. So we agreed to do that, and they're going to reimbursing us for that. So in the bid, we separated that out so we could tell the exact dollar amount, and it turns out to be $24,701. So we're showing that as a revenue. We're showing the cars as a revenue too. Remember, our application for cars, we thought the project was going to come in at 1.6 million, so our maximum for cars was about 851. Well, they pay 50% of the construction costs, and now the construction costs are lower, then that amount's going to be decreased. So total overall 1.56 million.
Can we throw the signal in with this one too?
No. No. Maybe next year. So with the expenses, the design and the construction on both projects were at about 1.518. So the construction amounts here in this table do include some contingencies that I'll ask for your approval on. The 91st Street project, like I mentioned, had 6 bids. The low bidder is Leavenworth Excavating and Construction, or Lexcon for short. Their low bid, the bid on this one did include an add alternate to essentially countersink the pavement markings so that our snowplows don't plow them off during the winter. And so that alternate was around $6,000. And I think it's worth doing that, so I'm recommending to take that add alternate. So their total bid came to $1.21 million. And as with anything, on that project, it's a unit price bid. So there's a chance that they might go over on some quantity or some field change happens. I'd like the ability to handle that with a contingency allocation of 5% with your authorization for that. Similarly, Commerce and Lexington on the signal bids, we got 3 of those. Capital Electric was the low with a base bid of $55,600. We did also have an alternate bid on that project for camera detection system. Instead of the in-pavement loops, when you drive up you can see the loops there in the pavement, we'll be replacing those with a camera detection system. And that bid is $9,700, and I'd like to go ahead and proceed with that too. The loops have been giving us problems on the off ramp, and anytime you do any sort of resurfacing work, you have to deal with those loops, and as they get older, they're just going to cause more problems. So I'd like to be able to execute that add alternate amount. So that'd bring the total of that project to $65,300, and again, I'll ask for a 5% construction contingency on that. So I have 3 separate motions for that. One to accept the low bid on 91st, the second to accept the low bid on the Signal project, and the contingency allocations, I've lumped those both together in a third motion if you're so inclined.
Okay. Questions for Mike?
No, maybe just an observation that I was surprised how tight the bids were. So
It was a good
obviously,
group, wasn't it?
yeah, obviously very, very good pricing. There's nothing there that caused you to go something out of whack, or very, very tight.
Oh, really? I mean, it's not because the mayor's sitting here, but I mean, a really good set of plans is.
It helps a lot.
And I could tell that Joel Buffington, that we've seen here before as a project manager on it, he really took ownership in it. Did a really good job for us.
Do we have a feel for when these would actually be able to start then in terms of mobilization?
Yeah, so notice to proceed will be issued tomorrow, or notice of award will be tomorrow. That gives them 30 days to do the construction contracts and insurance. Usually that's a couple of weeks at least. And then we need a pre-construction meeting. I would think within a month or 6 weeks, we may see. Now, of course, their schedule might be a little different. We do have a substantial completion, final completion deadlines on both of them. But I would think within 4 to 6 weeks, you should see.
Okay. Well, and I guess that was really my question is, have you asked about their ability to get on it and get
No,
mobilized
haven't really had that discussion.
for any of them?
No.
Okay.
But one of the first things is the schedule, and we do have substantial completion dates, deadlines that would have it complete this fall.
Tied to the notice to proceed date.
Tied to
Or
the
tied
bid,
to-
actually.
Oh, bid date, okay.
Well, oh right, I'm sorry. Yeah, the deadlines are tied to the notice to proceed date. Yeah, it's a certain amount of
I
days.
said, we didn't
after
have a count, we didn't have a calendar day finish.
No,
We had
right.
We had a hard-
calendar days in the project
Yeah.
to the milestones, so.
Great.
I move to accept the low bid for the 91st Street project from Leavenworth Excavating in the total amount of $1,217,517.70 and authorize the mayor to execute the necessary contract documents for the project.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Lane,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Daniels,
Yes.
Murdoch.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried.
I move to accept the low bid for the Lexington and Commerce signal improvements from Capital Electric in the amount of $65,300 and authorize the mayor to execute the necessary contract documents for the project.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Murdoch,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Daniels.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried.
All right.
I move to authorize the contingency allocations for the 91st Street and Lexington and Commerce signal improvement projects in the amount of 5% of construction cost, equating to a combined $64,141.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Any discussion of the motion? If not, roll call, please.
Lane,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Murdoch,
Yes.
Daniels.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried.
Okay. Item 5, executive session, we have none. Correct. Advisory reports, city administrator.
No report tonight.
Okay. City attorney.
Just to let the council know, you may see a notice of public hearing. We had a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting scheduled for requested variance, but in talking to the applicant and the applicant's attorney, we decided by vacating right-of-way, we can accomplish the same thing. So just to keep that process moving, we'll publish a notice of public hearing to have that hearing the second meeting in April. So
Okay.
that's what that's about. But we'll obviously provide you more detail once we get closer to that.
All right. City planner, Brad.
Just a couple things. Planning commission, we will have rezoning on the agenda for center tracks on Commerce Drive, from M1 to C2. I think it's kind of going hand in glove with our comp plan discussions earlier. And then also, next meeting, I'll bring forward the engineering agreement for community development block grant for our
Sidewalk. Who's the engineer selected on that?
Well, actually, we did more of a price proposal this time, but right now it's probably gonna be filtered.
Okay. I was just asking for Don's project, if the sidewalk on the, we might want to coordinate if,
Along 83rd.
along 83rd, right, at least the bidding part of that, so that if that project might bid the same time this one would and have the same contractor, so.
Is there sidewalks on the back? behind where his townhomes are?
Yeah, yeah. So there will, yeah. So it'll continue east.
It won't,
along-
but it'll be along 83rd Street.
Along the street, connecting to the sidewalk that,
No, that sidewalk's
That's a different one.
unusable. It's inaccessible from either end
oh, okay,
with an ADA accessible slope.
okay. Why was it put in?
I don't know.
Is it
It
fixable?
was a requirement.
Is it fixable? I mean, is there
No,
anything that can be
well,
done?
I
to
don't,
it?
it's,
I mean,
it's
what's
there,
the-
but that's a
just
side
too steep,
discussion,
right?
so,
Okay.
yeah. We just can't get there with a
Yeah,
ADA
we
slope.
looked at it every way you possibly could. Yeah, when you're, it's just high, it's on the high bank. So here, this is where you're talking about.
Yeah.
So this sidewalk here is up high, and so Don will be constructing one along here, and then also this is the area where we just rezoned.
Right.
So he's responsible to construct one along there. The trouble is, you can't get from here to here or from here to here and make ADA slope requirements.
I gotcha.
So that's why we're looking at an option that comes down along 83rd Street at the lower side of the slope to connect the two.
Can I ask a question on that?
Sure.
So, will it connect with the existing sidewalk? We have 45-degree or 90-degree connecting, or is it gonna be a whole new sidewalk below that existing sidewalk?
So here's what I'm thinking now. So
Which sidewalk are you referring
You've got a
to?
sidewalk from along 83rd there now, to where Don's just got rezoned on this side. On the other side, he has the other multi-family
Yeah.
homes there, or duplexes, what do you want to call them, carriage homes. So, is that existing sidewalk going to still be used, or is it going to be torn out and you put a whole new sidewalk in?
It will remain. It'll
Probably
stay.
leave it,
I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't plan to tear it out, but
Here's
it will
pro-
not be connected to the continuous sidewalk along the
It will
street.
not be connected,
no.
It can't be connected because of ADA.
even at a 90-degree angle.
It would
Yeah, it's
require
this-
way too much switchbacks. It's not feasible to do it.
But
It's,
you'll just leave the existing one in there?
yeah, I don't think it hurts anything to have it up there.
This is what the new, so this is more or less the alignment of the new one.
Because I live in that area, so that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah.
And then what we're also going to be this year constructing one from this point across the road and
I think we
then
need to move that about.
east. We need to move it.
The crossing, then we could put a hawk if we put it right there.
Oh, right.
But
in
the
here
crossing,
somewhere?
yeah, that
well, I
crossing
messed
would
it up.
be right there.
But
So
yeah.
we're in the woods. We're deep in the weeds
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
but-
Sorry, I asked.
Sidewalk.
Yep.
But people who live there don't be sorry, because we.
No.
Well, I think if you're probably out there, I mean, it's harder to see on there than if you're out there and you look at the sidewalk. Yeah.
Far enough away from the intersection,
Oh, right.
and we can put a hawk in.
Before the culvert.
Um,
Going back to the more shoulder removal along the south side of 83rd.
There'll be no shoulder or pavement, we may add a curb along the edge of the road beyond the white stripe that's there right now, or at the white stripe. Yeah, it'll be, yeah. It won't take any part of the existing traveled way away. Okay, city clerk.
No comments, Mayor.
All right. Council comments. Danny, would you like to start us
I don't
tonight?
have anything, Mayor, thank you.
All right, thank you. Kevin?
I have nothing there.
Rob?
Nothing.
Lori?
No, thank you.
I have no report.
All right, I'm going to make one report just because I went somewhere fancy this week. It was probably out of my league, but I was invited to go to a roundtable with the administrator of the Small Business Administration. I should have sent you, Kevin. I don't. But she was there addressing. There was a conference at the Overland Park Convention Center. Addressing entrepreneurship and international trade and those items, and so I went because we have some international businesses in town, but really, I wasn't able to add much to the roundtable, but I was there and represented the city in front of our administrator of the SBA. So,
Good job.
and that's all I have to report, I think, this week.
Hey, Mayor, can I?
Sure, sure.
One thing, I just wanted to know, and I know that I talked to, Steve Chick, and he said that the sirens were up and running. Are they completed now, so we do have, or do we have anything else left to do?
You know, I haven't gotten an update from him in a couple weeks. I'll need to follow up with that.
Yeah, I just kind
I'm
of
not for
wondered,
sure.
because people were asking, you know, since they're predicting.
Yeah.
Danny, I actually talked to Steve today. We have a little bit of wiring to do on one of those locations, and Nate Johnson was gonna go out and take care of that. And I know Steve had orders for additional wires for this, so there's about 90% done. So
90%.
I know it's something Steve wants to get done actually.
Well, good job for Steve, and.
Yeah, he's really taking ownership,
Taking ownership
of
of
that.
that project.
Sure has.
Sure.
Well, thank you, Mayor, I'm sorry.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, Danny. So now,
I'll second it.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.